Hello, I'm Nicole with My Math Experts, and today we're going to solve this problem of proportional relationships. So we are being asked to determine if the following relationship is proportional. Explain how we know. So that's kind of a two-step problem. So we need to first identify and understand what a proportional relationship is, and then following the steps of proving it to be right or proving it to be wrong. So a proportional relationship in a table form will always have equal ratios of y over x or y to x. So our first step is to write all the points given to us in our table as ratios of y to x. And then we are going to simplify by dividing y by x, or just to simplify the ratios. And if we have that the ratios are all equal to each other or have the same quotient, then we do have a proportional relationship. So let's go ahead and dive in. Our first ratio, well, let's actually look at the table. So we can always look at the table and see what kind of patterns are given to us. But we need to be very, very careful, because if we do see a pattern, that doesn't necessarily mean it's proportional. We have to make sure that the ratio is y over x are equivalent to each other. So we see in the x, for the x values, we have 2, 4, and 6. That does have a pattern by multiplying or by adding 2. And then in the y values, we have sort of a relationship by multiplying by 2. So we kind of want to intuitively think there's a pattern. We have a proportional relationship. But again, the ratios of y to x have to be equal. So let's follow step 1 and write all of our points as ratios of y to x. So our first point will be 2 over 2. Our second point is 4 over 4. And our third and final ratio is 8 over 6, or 8 to 6, excuse me. So now we can divide y, or our numerator, by x, our denominator, or just simplify the ratios. If we were to simplify each ratio, let's say we take 2 over 2. If we're using division, this is equal to 1. If we take the ratio 4 by 4, this is also equal to 1. But we notice something different here. What is the quotient between 8 and 6? That's not necessarily equal to 1, but we can solve it using long division. We know that 6 goes into 8 at least once. We subtract. We bring down a 2. And it looks like we'll need to add a decimal in order for us to be able to drop a 0. 6 can go into 23 times. We have 18, and then we continue to have a repeated decimal. So because this quotient or this ratio is not equal, that kind of gives us the answer to step 3. We do not have equal ratios, so we do not have a proportional relationship. So let's look at our answer choices and see which one is our best bet. So we already know that we do not have a proportional relationship, so we can cross out A and B. So option C says it is not proportional because there's not a common ratio between the x and the y values. And D says it is not proportional because in proportions, the x values always have to be the same as their corresponding y values. So we have an understanding that the ratios have to be in common. So the best answer choice here would be C. The reason why D is not the correct answer is because you can have corresponding one-to-one x to y values. So here we do see we have a corresponding x to y, which is great, and a 4 to 4, which is great. Those ratios are equal to 1. So that's okay that they're in correspondence to each other. But the main idea is that the ratios have to be equal to each other. So common ratios between x and y will give you a proportional relationship. Thank you.